All right, so let's talk about the recent stock market fiasco, right? So apparently, what happened last week was, this is more of a longer than 1 week type of deal. So I'll just start from the beginning. So apparently, one of the finance pages on Reddit, I guess, intercepted some information that a couple major hedge funds were betting against a few companies, namely GameStop, that they were going to tank. And so this little sub community on Reddit basically got all of their members to buy, excuse me, to I think it was either to buy a ton or sell a ton of their shares, right? And this social media got wind of it, and they started doing what this community was doing. They kind of stood in solidarity together, and they drove the price of GameStop up exponentially. And this in turn caused these hedge funds to start losing billions and billions of dollars. And what happened was, most of the major platforms where stock trading and things of that sort happen at, they eventually intervened and shut down the hype and the mania, so that these hedge funds could kind of rebound. And everyone hates these hedge funds now, especially Robinhood and Webull. I think they were the two main stock trading platforms that were involved in this. So there's a lot to unpack with this, right? I just think it's well, obviously this is blatant market manipulation at its finest. I mean, that's the most obvious thing that can be said about this entire situation. The behavior that everyone else exhibited is what hedge funds have been doing since the test of time, and now it got to a point where the quote-unquote common people, if you will, beat them at their own game for a brief moment. And I guess another thing that is unfortunate is Robinhood, which is probably the biggest platform for this kind of activity as far as it relates to regular people. I have a Robinhood account, I still do. It's easy to use, you don't need a broker, there's no commission fees, everything is simple and user friendly. And before all of this happened, this company was made out to be, very for the people, very, we're here to do what's in your best interest. We could give a fuck about, doing what's in the best interests of the hedge funds and these super conglomerate corporations. This situation just went to show that that's never true. So how do I feel about this? Well, it's interesting because I was one of the people that made a little bit of money off of this. I made around $240 to be exact from the couple shares of GameStop that I had. But what's so interesting is I bought these shares a year ago simply because GameStop was dirt cheap at the beginning of last year, which is when I bought my shares. I bought them for I want to say $6 a piece, and I was able to flip that into about $240 when I sold. I could have made double that if I had waited another day. But then the day after that was when, Robinhood and Webull and all those companies eventually shut down the option to buy and sell. And then, they eventually opened it up at limited quantities, but the hype and all that shit was over. But this situation just goes to show you how these corporations do not care about you. At all. And that was one of the things that I saw coming specifically, which is why I'm not as mad as I could be about the situation. But it was so obvious to me, because regardless of what conglomerate corporations and Fortune 500 companies say in the matter of having your back as the common person, right, the little guy, whenever it comes to them losing money or acting in their best interest, they're always going to act in that regard. It does not matter what they say or what they do. They're always going to cover their asses. And that's just human nature. You know, human beings are naturally selfish. So at some point in time, this was going to eventually happen, and it did, and it spoiled all of the fun. So I believe Robinhood and a couple of these other stock trading platforms, they got hit with class action lawsuits, but in the end, I think they obviously calculated that and saw that that was coming, and in the end, it's best for them to bite the bullet with that than to have their contemporaries continue to lose money with, you know, for whom they depend on. So, you know, it's class action lawsuit, or we lose even more money because our friends are losing money. You know, you kind of have to pick your poison at that point. But yeah, so that shit happened. You know, fortunately I lucked out, and some other people did. I heard this guy turned $35,000 of an investment into $22 million. So, you know, there's some very happy people in Cabo right now that, you know, kind of don't really have to work again for the rest of their lives. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to speak on it. Let me know what you guys think. You know, how you guys feel about this, whether you guys made or lost money. So let me know in the comments. All right, see ya.
No Mongol shoots Japanese arrows with such skill.
Huh. Then they allowed her to use a bow. A scroll. Archery terms with Mongolian translations. Your name is mentioned.
She was teaching them my way of the bow. Someone's personal quarters.
A woman's kimono.
Tomoe's kimono.
The Mongols freed her. Why?
Do you hear that?
A survivor.
So cold. We're looking for a woman, an archer.
The Mongols caged her with us. But they set her free. Gave her armor and a bow. She killed my wife. And the others.
The bodies we found.
She proved her skill to the enemy. And they recruited her.
Please. It hurts. Don't leave me.
I've seen enough. Let's go. I should have killed her.
Sensei?
Tomoe won her freedom. And she joined the Mongols.
Why would she do that? What happened?
I pushed her too hard.
Pushed her how? What are you hiding? Sensei! I demand an answer.
She attacked me. Not bandits. Tomoe.
Why?
She has no idea what it means to be samurai.
You drove her to the Mongols.
Do not judge me.
Do not lie to me.
I can't let Tomoe teach my way of the bow to the enemy.
Then we will stop her.
This is my fight. I don't need your weapon.
No, you need me. Victory is won by warriors, not weapons.
Lord Shimura raised you well. We'll hunt Tomoe together, but we do it my way.
And when the time comes, you will help rescue my uncle.
You have my word, Sakai. I will prepare to hunt Tomoe. When you are ready, meet me at my dojo.
We can't rescue my uncle alone. I need more people to join our fight.
Find Lady Masako Wadachi. If she's still alive, she's one of the finest warriors on the island.